Fala aí pessoal, tudo tranquilo? Aqui é o Vinicius Stardust. Vamos dar continuidade aqui na nossa exploração. Aqui na Star Ocean, The Divine Force. Essa parte a gente não consegue acessar ainda aqui. Oh, vou conseguir tudo.
Good, Bunny.
Sweet!
Tem inimigos. Assim, foi quando eu vim pelo atalho. Deixa eu ver esse troço que vai me levar aqui. Ah, acho que não é pra sair da série. Morteiro. De volta.
Don't get cocky.
Stay where you are! Fix it, dude! End of the line! Unwavering. End of the line!
Usando um monte de item de cura aqui, cara. Mas é que eu tô sem a... não tô usando a Nina no grupo, né? Não tenho o que fazer, cara.
Destroyed.
Out of my face!
Neutralized. Neutralized. Hostiles eliminated.
Ok, vamos sair da Terranas. Voltar por
You got a visual on us, Ant?
capital.
Great. Transfer us up in about 3 minutes from now.
Ok. Transferir. Já vamos subir.
This is...
I understand how determined you all are. But from our side, we really want to maintain good relations between His Majesty and Dr. Marcus.
I understand. I will go and request their approval.
Yeah. And when you're ready, all you need to do is press that button. Gather everyone who wants to go out into space. Choose some place discreet.
Understood.
Ok,
I'll be waiting.
pedir autorização lá, avisar que ela vai
Got
vir
it.
junto. Depois ela só aperta o botão e transferir. Ok, mais uma nave pra explodir.
Feels like I'm finally home.
Yo, glad to see you're still in one piece.
Chegou o Antônio. Hein?
So, you finally gonna fill me in on what trouble you've got yourself in?
Man, you wouldn't
Perguntou
believe
se
me
ele
if I
finalmente vai
did.
explicar o tipo de problema que ele tá.
I assume you four are the crew of that Federation ship. Why aren't Miss Leticia and Mr. Albert here with you? Don't tell me I'm not gonna be able to properly thank the people who saved my little bro.
This is Marielle, Sayuri, Pike, and Castle. Everyone, this is my brother, Antonio Lawrence.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Mariel Alkenny, First Officer of the Pan-Galactic Federation vessel Astoria.
Astoria? Wait, isn't that the ship that shot...
Hold it, Ant. I'll explain all that later. For the time being, I could sure use some grub and a fresh pot of joe. Follow me, everybody.
Apresentações feitas. Pessoal vai comer.
This is a pretty hard story to swallow all at once. I'm honestly amazed all of you are still alive.
Colocar o Antônio a par da
All
situação.
thanks to my friends. Oh, coffee, how I've missed you.
I still can't believe the Federation would sink this low. And now you're saying there are renegade ships just slinking around. This isn't some kind of smokescreen to attack Vergald, is it?
No, of course not. But
Poking Marielle won't give up any useful answers. There's just too much we don't know. So let's just wait for my new friends, and then we can all go find out together.
All go find out together, he says.
Yeah, and about that,
So you wanna let aboard Marielle and her feds, and even these locals from Aster 4, to go chasing after this Boldor and that Scorpium thing?
Are you saying you can't do it, Antonio?
This is to pay back our debt of gratitude. As a Lawrence, I have no problem with that. However, Ray, I'm giving you command of the ship. This is a bit out of my league here. Should be a cinch for you, right? Since it operates the same as the Aegis.
Sounds good. And my hands will be full, so you explain things to Dad.
You're an ass. All right.
Então ele
I
passou a
guess
nave
we're
pra
waiting
ele.
until we hear from Leticia and the others.
Eu
I'll
acho que
get
foi
some
dele, já
rooms ready
explodiu
for you and
duas.
your crew. Take it easy while you can.
O Raylan disse que quem vai explicar as coisas pro pai é o Antônio.
Gotta rest up after all that. I do wonder how Marielle and the rest are faring. But it does feel good to be back on a familiar ship for a change. Maybe I ought to head to the living quarters and catch some much-needed sleep.
Isso aqui é tipo a nave dele, original. Versão um pouco
I really
pessoal.
envy how Cassim can just chow down, even at a time like this.
Meals on this ship sure are fancy. We've been eating nothing but field rations forever. I can't tell you how good this is.
Pessoal feliz com as
Oh, the coffee here
perfeições da
tastes
nave
just like
aqui.
what we have in the Federation. Oh, where are these beans from?
Pessoal da nave do Antônio aqui, que a gente não vai falar.
We're lucky that Antonio is so flexible. I wouldn't have been surprised if he tossed us all out of an airlock.
Oh, vamos ter roupas especiais lá pra pegar aqui. É, eu sabia, equipamento novo, só uma espada 20 pau. Pra Nina. O resto vai com essa aqui.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks!
Ajeitar os equipamentos aqui então. Bem.
Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
Tenho dinheiro pra comprar mais. Ok. Vou dar por essa aqui. Até esse coração automático aqui. Essa aqui por essa outra. E vai ser o que eu vou conseguir fazer.
Oh, you're a fan of Asoa too? I'm just taking a break. How about a game?
Nem aprendi a jogar esse jogo ainda.
This thing's got the same layout as the Edis, so I might as well just take my usual room. It's down the hall on the other side of this one.
Ninguém aqui importante. Mesmo.
About time for a rest.
Tenho grana para comprar equipamento.
Ray, there is an incoming transmission. Please report to the bridge.
Leticia and everyone must be ready now. Better head to the bridge and answer their call. Leticia, you ready to roll on your end?
Ray, well, we have assembled everyone.
All right, I'll initiate the transfer. Get somewhere you won't be seen. Hey, Antonio, I want you to meet my friends. Let's go welcome the princess and the others in the transfer chamber.
Pra sala de transferência, para receber o pessoal.
Welcome to my humble abode, Your Highness.
Ray, this is your ship?
Not so different from the Tyrannus, huh?
But it is so different. There are so many lights.
Ah, well, this ship is up and running, I guess. Antonio, I give you Princess Leticia.
I am Leticia Asterius. Thank you once again.
A pleasure, Princess. I'm
Bem
Antonio.
diferente, cheia de luzes,
Raymond,
diferente da Tyrannus.
you've been traveling with such a stunning beauty this whole time?
Oh, well.
All right, everyone. Let's make for the bridge. We'll be taking off soon.
See that? There's your planet, Leticia. Aster 4.
That is... our planet? Our world?
To think all of our struggles have taken place in such a minuscule space makes one feel insignificant.
Yes, but it is so very beautiful.
Estão vendo o planeta.
No doubt about it.
Right then. I suppose we'd best get going. Elena, Chloe, Miss Kenny.
Roger.
It's been so long.
I'll, do my best.
We're counting on you, Aldous. Chloe, get us out of orbit. Keep thrusters at 1/4 power.
Exiting orbital trajectory. Thrusters at 1/4 power.
Será que a Aldous vai sobreviver nas mãos do Raymond?
We have exited orbit. Now entering conventional space. All systems green.
Right then. I guess our first priority is to chase that ship carrying Boldor and the others.
Tá, isso
I hope you're not
é
intending to
encontrar a
engage
nave
them.
Scott.
The Aldous won't stand a chance.
Oh, yes, Ray. Here. This is from Lola. It is a record of the battle between the Scorpion battleship and the Akizuki from the Tyrannus.
Ah, olha só,
She
Lola
hopes it
mandou
will
um
prove
registro da
useful.
batalha do...
Much appreciated.
Akizuki
Okay,
com a
let's get
nave
this
Scott.
analyzed quick. I have no intention of taking them head on. All right. If we compile this data first, we might at least be able to figure out where the hell that battleship is headed.
Under normal circumstances, it would likely be their homeworld. It may be safe to assume they are returning there.
No such location that would correspond with the concept of a homeworld exists within Scorpion.
Is that so?
Scorpion is a collective of life that forms a network which spans the galaxy, with enormous spaceships traveling between artificial colonies and space stations.
Well, couldn't those be considered their home planet?
No. In this particular instance, all the bases and ships are also part of the overall Scorpion life form.
Eu estava imaginando que
That is
existe
correct.
planeta natal, mas a Duma disse que não.
So, you got any idea which one of these massive life forms they might be headed to then?
The man known as Gaston contained many factors that differ from the current state of the Scorpion. Thus, the accuracy of any predictions we make will be low.
Hey, okay. Are you really telling me we don't have any leads right out of the gate? I mean, can't we use our long-range sensors to pick up their trail?
Yeah, they're already way out of range of our sensors.
For crying out loud.
What's that?
Okay, take it easy. It's the sensors picking something up. It might even be them. Chloe?
No, it's a Federation ship. They're approximately 36 hours away.
Não, não é da
Federation
Federação.
ship. They may be coming to apprehend Sayuri and I.
Alright, it doesn't look like they're heading for Aster. Want to test our luck and try to make contact?
Unlike the Astoria, they are making no effort to conceal themselves. At this distance, the Aldous should be able to outrun them as well.
Not so sure about this.
Chances are they picked up our signal already. It'd be more risky to just sit around and do nothing. Ant, patch the signal through open comms.
Roger that.
Contatar a
Opening a
nave.
line of communication. Connection established. Putting them on screen.
This is Captain Raymond Lawrence, aboard the Vergoldian transport vessel Aldous. State your name and affiliation.
This is the Pan-Galactic Federation battlecruiser, Bella Gulf. And I am its captain, Curtis Aldrich.
Capitão Curtis.
I never expected to meet a member of the Lawrence family in the middle of nowhere like this. It's an honor.
Permit me to skip the formalities, Captain Curtis. What brings you out to this middle of nowhere?
We're en route to our destination and in a hurry. Though I'm not about to share any more than that with the captain of an anti-Federation Vergoldian ship.
Understandable. So I suppose it's just a coincidence that you happen to be heading in the same direction as the Scorpion ship that we happen to be tracking?
How do you know of the Scorpion?
We
Ok.
just recently engaged a Scorpion vessel which had entered the Aster system. We've since determined that the ship was crewed by soldiers from the Federated planet of Vir.
Captain Raymond, I think it may be best we exchange information. I should like to make contact with your ship.
Ok, ó, o Curtis ficou interessado, já que ele tem
I must
informações.
decline. You see, I was on board another ship, the Aegis, when it was taken out by an unlawful attack from a Federation battlecruiser not too long ago.
Are you referring to the Astoria? I hear it was illicitly cloaked and attacked without warning.
Oh, well, if you know about that, then I assume the Astoria must already be hung out to dry.
Actually, they're currently on the run.
What?
The Federation's most advanced ship has gone rogue?
Our ship, on the other hand, is in no such state. Transmit our logs to Vergold if you like. We have nothing to hide. We make for the site of an emergency mission. Though, at present, we could use all the information on the Scorpion that we can get.
Fine. Send us a rendezvous point.
Ok,
We'll give you an estimated time of arrival once we figure it out on our end.
Much appreciated. Wishing you a safe
Já
voyage.
que aparentemente
Coordinates for the rendezvous point received. Our ETA is 10 hours, 57
aparentemente eles não
minutes.
são tão ruins assim.
Ray? No. Captain. I think that we can trust him.
I agree. We may gain some valuable information this way.
You should be more worried about getting arrested. We have no reason to trust them, or think that they have our best interests at heart.
Arrested. Oh, yes. I suppose you're right.
Either way, we still have 11 hours until we know for sure. All right, everyone. Let's take breaks and shifts.
What of us?
Right. Allow me this opportunity to give you all a tour of the ship. Raymond may be the captain now, but the Aldous is still my ship after all.
Understood. You have my thanks, Sir Antonio.
Wonder what Antonio has everyone up to.
Ah, de novo temos uma nave cheia de cadeira e 3 caras operando.
Looks like all the folks from Aster are a bit excited. And confused about being on a spaceship for the first time.
This is the bridge. No anomalies to report in nearby sectors.
Mas aqui em cima tem mais gente trabalhando. Área comum, residencial, área de transporte.
He said he was gonna show everyone around, but he never really said where. Guess I should drop by the counter.
Comum, provavelmente eles foram primeiro, né?
Ray!
Hey, did my brother behave on your tour?
Antonio is much more of a gentleman than you.
Aw, thank you. So, what do you think of the Aldous?
How should I put it?
It's incredible! Every last bit of it! Nothing short of incredible!
A Nina tá bem
Every aspect of life here is like another world. No, another dimension. It's all so astounding. I don't know where to begin.
Let me say this. Preventing him from wandering off whenever I look elsewhere is proving quite a difficult task.
I know full well that this journey will be difficult, but it is quite thrilling to think I will experience what was spoken of in Larkus for myself.
Glad to hear it. You're welcome to wander and check everything out at your leisure. Any questions? Feel free to ask Antonio or myself. On that note, Chloe?
Yes, Captain.
If you hear a voice come out of that, do what it asks, okay?
Yes. Understood.
We've prepared rooms for each of you in the living quarters. Rest up as much as you can until we rendezvous with the Vela Gulf.
I have investigated Captain Curtis Aldridge. The record of his career suggests that he is quite the seasoned veteran.
You need to make sure you show Leticia and the others the ropes of how things work out here in space, right?
What should we do with this cargo addressed to Veer? We've lost contact with Veer Prime, so we'll probably have to dispose of it as undeliverable. Lola's from the same planet. Could I give it to her to take? It's so tough not being able to go home. So please.
All the fancy trappings of her life seem to have thrown Leticia and her friends for a loop. I'm sure they'll get the swing of things soon enough.
Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Tem grana, cara. Nada valioso pra vender.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks. I guess Theo was a no-show?
Albert and I did ask him to come along, but he refused, citing the lack of laborers and post-war affairs, the need for negotiation with the Empire, and assisting Lola with the Tyrannus. He asked that I worry not of home, and to instead focus on my journey to the stars.
Understandable. Tough position. But I'm sure working for the betterment of the kingdom will help him feel better, right?
I think so too.
We need to find out what Boldor is up to. Not just for Osirius and Vale, but for Theo as well.
Agreed.
Wonder what Marielle's up to. She was up on the bridge last I saw her.
An entire galaxy full of items new to the eye. Be still my beating heart.
Midas was poking around a moment ago. He didn't break anything, did he?
Pessoal bem empolgado com arcos, tecnologias, situações, nada demais.
Taking the crash course, I see?
There's so much to learn. I'd like to at least get a little more familiar with the Aldous before we meet up with the Vela Gulf, so that I may be of some use if the situation turns bad.
Don't push yourself too hard. You must be plenty tired as it is.
I can't allow myself to be tired. I don't want this to be a repeat of the Aegis. I have a duty to protect the Aldous as a soldier of the Federation.
I feel you, but getting proper rest also falls under your responsibilities as an Aldous crew member. So take it easy. Captain's orders. Got it?
I'll do my best.
Raymond disse pra
There's
ela que
still
ela
so
tem que
much
descansar
Marielle and
também.
I both don't seem to know about this entire situation. Might be a good idea to see what Duma can tell me.
No anomalies.
Leticia and everyone should be in the common area.
Somewhere.
I would like to know why you came aboard the Aegis, Duma.
We were dispatched to assess the integration suitability of Virgoldians.
What? So the shippers we were dealing with were Scorpium?
Affirmative.
But the client sure seemed like a human, from what I could tell at least.
The Scorpium Collective takes many forms. Some may appear entirely cybernetic, others as cyborgs or androids. There are also those who are entirely organic in nature.
Great. It is freaking horrifying to know that we handled
Scorpion
unknown
tem vários
cargo
tipos
from
de
unknown
unidades,
clients. So you're saying that if I
naves,
succeeded in
algumas são
delivering
orgânicas,
you,
outras não orgânicas,
all of
alguns
Vergold
parecem
would be
seres
Scorpium
humanos,
by now?
robôs,
Horrifying is an
cyborgs.
unfairly emotional evaluation. Integration with Scorpium is...
Yeah, I don't care what you think, all right? Based on what we've seen and heard about it, that's how I feel. Deal with it.
We cannot refute this statement. If Scorpium is truly acting in violation of our principles, it would be in defiance of our very existence itself.
Are you confused?
Do you even get confused?
We cannot deny this possibility. There is a need for us to learn the truth of these events in order to carry out our mission successfully. We shall cooperate as much as possible when necessary.
Oh, I'll see to it that you shall. Don't worry about that. After all, you're different from the other Duma, aren't you?
A Duma quer saber o que está acontecendo com a Scorpion.
5 minutes to rendezvous point.
Se encontra
Ray,
com a nave da
the Vela
Federação.
Gulf is hailing us.
Put him on screen.
Right on schedule, I see. I'll be on board shortly for that information exchange we mentioned.
You serious?
A sign of good faith from us. After we rendezvous, we'll warp out for 1 minute. After the transfer, we'll immediately warp back in. Maintain your course. I've just sent the data.
Data received. Looks to me like there's only one person in the transfer chamber.
Not exactly thrilled about their terms, but seems we've got no choice.
Understood. Maintaining course and confirming that of the Vela Gulf. Transfer will commence within 1 minute of exiting warp. Once Captain Curtis is aboard, we shall adopt a parallel course to the Vela Gulf.
Troca de informações.
Captain's coming aboard. Guess it's up to me to bid him welcome. Marielle, Leticia, come on with me. I'm not too savvy when it comes to Federation etiquette.
Understood. I should go too?
Yeah, all you gotta do is stand there. If there's 3 of us, it should deter Curtis from trying any funny stuff.
Very well.
Gotta admit, Captain, wasn't expecting you to come alone.
It'll be easier for us to talk like this. Let's make this quick. The Vela Gulf is currently en route to the Manuk system.
Captain, this emergency you mentioned.
Are you Lieutenant Marielle L. Kenny? There's a warrant out for your arrest, you know.
I am aware of that and ready.
We can explain all that and more in this intel exchange. First things first, though. Can I offer you a cup of freshly brewed Terran coffee?
Ordem de prisão
Don't
contra o
mind if I
tenente
do.
Kenny. Bom, o Raymond estava dizendo que eles vão explicar isso e muito mais durante a troca de informações.
Goodness. To think such a thing took place in the Aster system.
So, what is it that has you rushing off to the Manuk system?
Manuk is currently under siege by a large fleet of Scorpium ships.
outro sistema que eles estão
Headquarters
falando tá
interprets it
sob
as a
cerco dos
full-scale
nazis
invasion.
Ridiculous.
Completa invasão.
That is impossible.
A Duma dizendo que
I've
isso é
been
completamente
wondering about
impossível.
this. A Duma, I presume.
You know about Duma?
We've been gathering information on our end as well. The Duma are the ones proselytizing the Scorpium's integration ideology, correct?
Affirmative. Scorpium is a being that seeks to evolve as a life form. Aggressive incursions are nothing more than an act that limits our evolutionary choices.
It would seem the Scorpium are no monolithic entity. The faction currently attacking the Manuk system are known as the Centralists.
Centralists? Ray, do you think...
Yep, Centralists. That's the name Boldor mentioned on the Tyrannus.
The entirety of Scorpium is composed of individuals linked without partiality. A central being cannot exist within our system.
And yet Manuk is under siege by Scorpium calling themselves Centralists.
How did headquarters come by this intel? You know, Captain, it hasn't been that long since I left the Astoria, yet there seems to be too much new information.
There must be some connection between the Scorpium and the Federation higher-ups. Fleet headquarters specifically.
Your assumption is correct. A significant number of fleet officers have broken off from the chain of command. Most of them were in contact at some point with the Scorpium on the planet of Vir. Headquarters decided to launch a rescue effort in the Manuk system. It's unclear who's friend and who's foe within HQ, however. We may even be following a Scorpium directive.
And even if that is the case, you can't just abandon them, huh? Captain Curtis, the Aldous is in possession of Scorpium data compiled by a soldier who escaped from Vir. We are currently pursuing the Scorpium ship that came to Aster 4. I'd like you to analyze that data and identify the ship in question once we reach the Manuk system.
This is invaluable intel. We're in your debt.
Yeah, no worries. Just reimburse me for the Yidis once this is all over and we'll be square.
I'll see what I can do.
Tá bom, uma boa troca de informações.
Thank you for your time. I'll get back in contact as soon as we've identified the ship that you're after.
We've exited warp. Commencing transfer.
Please be careful.
You as well.
The Vela Gulf has sent us a location. ETA to the Manuk system is 25 hours. Exactly 6 hours behind the Vela Gulf.
25 horas até chegar ao sistema,
Don't sweat
5
about what he
horas depois
said. The larger an organization, the easier it is to corrupt.
Captain, please don't make light of it. Even a single ship deviating from the chain of command is cause for alarm. If all of these ships are under the influence of Scorpium, then the risk to the entire galaxy is very real.
I too find something strange about all this.
What do you mean?
Little Duma's reaction. I also felt that what Captain Curtis told us did not line up correctly with what we heard from Lola. She stated that the Scorpium invading her home were acting in such a way as to avoid detection. I did not get the impression that it was attacked outright in the same way as this Manuk location is being attacked now.
I think Lola's hunch may be right about Scorpium having infiltrated the Federation undetected. But isn't Duma also a part of Scorpium? It must be hiding something.
Little Duma always remains silent when they wish to be deceptive. When they do speak, it is generally free of falsehood. This is why their assertion that Scorpium does not invade must be true. Right, Duma?
Correct.
Duma's the only link we have to understanding the Scorpium. We analyzed the data from the Tyrannus, but we still have almost no idea of who or what the Scorpium are. We won't learn much of anything until we confront them ourselves.
Eles não sabem muita coisa sobre o Scorpion no fim das contas, né?
As I discussed with Captain Curtis, it's most likely that the Scorpium faction attacking Manuk are in cahoots with the ship Boldor is on. The Vela Gulf has kindly agreed to help us track it down.
I have detected other unidentified ships also approaching the Manuk system, where the Scorpium battleship is heading. However, support from the Federation is still far away. The Vela Gulf, Aldous, and Manuk fleet will have to handle this alone.
So what you are implying is that it will be a difficult battle.
That is correct.
What will you do if Boldor is aboard that ship, and we find ourselves forced into combat with it?
All I can say is that we should be ready for anything, even if it means taking them out.
It would seem war is much the same here in the stars as it is in our world.
Yep, you got that right. Which is exactly why I want you all to rest up before we reach the combat zone.
Ok, mais uma chance
I'd better get some rest too.
Antes de chegar na zona de combate. E eu vou terminar esse vídeo por aqui, galera. Esse vídeo já tá muito grande. A gente continua no próximo. Um grande abraço, valeu, fui.